Alright guys, time to review Prada Homme Absolu. Now I have Prada Homme Original here for reference. I finally have enough experience with this one to tell you guys all about it. And with that said, let's jump right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Prada Homme Absolu, the review of this fragrance right here. This perfect cardamom gem. I have been enjoying this fragrance lately. I've worn it about 4 or 5 times now, and every time I wear it, I feel really good. It's a really nice feel-good fragrance. A bit different from the original Prada Homme, which we'll get to when it comes to the scent department. It has some similarities, but it is definitely different enough for you to own both. It's not redundant to own both. Now when it comes to the smell of this thing, it's easily explained in percentage, alright? This thing has 10 to 15% of the original Prada Homme. The office clean vibe around 15% is in this fragrance. The rest of the fragrance is cardamom and iris. Cardamom and iris battling it out. That's the term I like to use now because they're so strong. These two notes are very dominating in this fragrance. It feels like they're trying to fight to be the dominant note. That's just the case here. Overall, it's really sexy. The cardamom in here gives a really nice, fresh, cooling spice vibe that normal cardamom gives. And the iris in here is really strong, but it's not strong enough to be lipsticky like Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense. It's strong enough to just be really nice, to give a nice dark contrast to the fresh spicy cardamom. The combination of the two actually work very well together. I was really pleasantly surprised. The iris in here, the original Homme, is not the strongest. It's really light. It blends in well with the nice office vibe. This one, the iris is one of the stars, so that's already the biggest difference between these two. Another big difference is the cardamom note, of course. Now when it comes to scent development, in the beginning you're going to get a really nice even dose of cardamom and iris. As it dries down to the mid, the cardamom becomes a little bit more stronger. You smell a lot more spiciness in the air. Actually, when you wear it, the sillage around you will smell a lot of cardamom, and it smells really nice. It's sexy. This is a stage where I think you would get the most compliment out of this fragrance because cardamom on its own is pretty, it's sexy, it's just a really nice masculine note. So yeah, cardamom in the mid is stronger. In the base note, however, the cardamom retreats back and the iris becomes a little bit more prominent. Now this starts to smell a lot more like the original Homme now. The cardamom is definitely still there in the base, but the iris really takes over. And in the base, it starts to smell like an iris heavy version of the original Homme, which to me smells really nice on its own as well. Now in terms of scent development, that's pretty much it. It's a really nice, simply explained fragrance. It's just a 15% original Prada Homme, the nice office DNA, mixed with a heavier dose of iris, about 5 times as strong iris as the original, and another heavy dose of cardamom. That's basically the whole scent. Now when it comes to which one I prefer between the two scent wise, I do love both. I have to say right now, I do love both. I wore Prada Homme a lot back in the day, and I wore this one 4 or 5 times now, and I can see myself wearing this one a lot more in the future. Now which one do I prefer? Honestly, I prefer scent wise to be Prada Homme Absolu because this one to me smells more like an office safe fragrance. I just wear it to the office mainly. I would not really wear this on a date. I don't wear this on a night out. So to me, it's limited to the office. That's the only time I really feel good wearing this fragrance, or at school. This one, however, is office safe as well. It has that office DNA, so it's really office safe. It's school safe, but it has the cardamom, so it's also date safe as well. It's a really nice date fragrance, and it's also a really nice nights out fragrance as well, as you will find out later when I talk about the performance of this fragrance. This thing is an all-around good signature scent. This thing is a really good all-around office slash school scent. So overall, I really do enjoy this one quite a bit more. Now in terms of performance, this is where this fragrance really surprised me because the original Homme lasts around 5, 6 to 7 hours max, not that long, and the projection of it is also not that strong as well. That was the real problem with the original Homme, is that it smells great, everything is great, but the performance is just a little bit lacking. This one, however, not at all lacking. This thing lasts on my skin past the 12-hour mark. It really did last past the 12-hour mark, but by that time it's already super fleeting. I'm gonna say the usable longevity is probably in between 9 to 10 hours. 9 to 10 hours with this fragrance is mind-blowing, really. It really is mind-blowing. When you think of this fragrance lasting only 6-7 hours, this thing lasts 9 and 10, and the projection of this is also better. This thing projects maybe about the first 1 or 2 hours quite softly. This thing projects about 3 to 4 hours quite solidly. So in terms of performance, this thing already outtake this one in by a long shot. So yeah, performance wise, this one definitely wins, and that's why this one is good for nights out and date occasions as well, because it's strong enough to handle those type of situation, and it's also not too strong that it's not fitting for the office. This thing is definitely good enough for the office. It's not too beastly, but it's also beastly enough to handle, you know, the outdoor situation, which makes this scent falls into the really nice sweet spot of performance that we all want in fragrances that works in every situation. I personally like to call it the signature scent performance. That means it just works anytime. It's not too strong for some occasion and it's not too weak for some occasion. It just works well. Now onto occasion, I'm just gonna retouch what I said before. This one is more office, more school, nice and clean vibe. This one is anytime at all. The cardamom makes it really great for dating occasions. I really would like to wear this on a date sometime with my girlfriend. Nights out, clubbing, I can see this being worn in clubs as well because it's spicy, it's sweet, it's so nice. And you know, when you're dancing, I feel like the cardamom will just jump off your skin and you're just gonna attract people, okay? I've not tried it out at clubs yet, but I will be trying this out at clubs someday. I'm sure it worked really well. At bars, this will also work really well. Generally, nights out, date occasion, really awesome. I wore this to work a few times and I always loved it. I always love wearing this thing to work. It has that office clean vibe still that really makes it appropriate for any type of office settings, so no problem there. This one is definitely more officey than this one, of course, but you won't have any problems with this one wearing it in the office or school. Season-wise, I would say that this is an all-season fragrance, especially if it's indoors. You can wear this any season indoors at all. You can wear this in the fall time because this cardamom is a really nice note in the fall. You can wear this in the winter time because the performance is definitely enough. The springtime, really good. The summertime is the only time where you won't really wear this fragrance too much unless it's late night time, nights out time in the summer. This thing will work really well. The cardamom is fresh and it's bright enough that in the summertime it won't be too annoying to other people. But I do recommend that if it comes to summertime, you wear it at night. Any other season, this works just fine. Alright, now on to compliment factor. The compliment factor for Prada L'Homme, the original, is pretty good. I don't get too many beastly amount of compliments, but I do get compliments when I wear this at work. But I have to say that I've worn this fragrance a lot more times than I wore Prada Absolute. I wore Prada L'Homme Absolute again 4 or 5 times only, and throughout the 4 or 5 times I wore it, I only got one compliment from one of my friends here at work, and that's it. That's all. That's the only compliment I got out of the 4 or 5 times. Now, that's not to say that this won't be a mass appealing type of fragrance. It will be, because the smell, the cardamom, as you guys know, a lot of cardamom scents are very nice compliment getter. La Nuit de l'Homme, CH Man Privé, Dolce & Gabbana The One, just to name, you know, a few. Those 3 are monsters just because of the fresh, spicy cardamom alone. Same with this one. If you wear this enough, it will get you some compliments. If you wear it in the right situation, to the club, to the bar, to an area where there's a lot of people, you will get some compliments with this. I don't have any doubt about that at all. It's just that from my experience, and I will be honest, is that out of the 4 or 5 times I wore it, only one compliment. But the smell, again, definitely mass appealing enough. You will get some compliments, and yeah, that's that for compliments for Prada L'Homme Absolute. Next, we have the price point. Now, the price point, I can't talk too much about it because it's not really available in the US yet. This one I bought for $103 from a fragrance website called Filthy Fragrances. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just telling you guys where I got this thing from. So at that price, it is quite expensive for 100 ml. I wouldn't recommend to buy it at that price. This fragrance, Prada L'Homme, at 100 ml, I think it goes for around $70. If you can find Prada L'Homme Absolute for $70 or less, is a great deal. I feel like at most I would pay for Prada L'Homme Absolute is probably like 75. 75 is the most I would pay for this, but yeah, anything above that is too much. The sweet price is 70, 65, 70 is a sweet price. So if you find it at that price in the future, great deal. Other than that, it is too much, okay? And that's all I can really say about the price. Again, it's not available in the US. It's hard to find. Check out filthyfragrance.com, I guess, if you want to look for a bottle for yourself. See if you can find one. Hopefully they have another one. But yeah, that's it for the price. Alright guys, lastly we have the summaries, the pros and the cons. Now the pro for this fragrance, pro number 1, the performance is really, really good. This is a performance that you can use anytime at all. Like I said, it's the signature performance type of fragrance. Use it anytime. Not too strong, not too soft. Perfect performance. Number 2, pro number 2, mass appealing type of smell. The cardamom is really nice. It's well balanced as well. It's a really nice composition overall. Mass appealing and nice composition, pro number 2. Pro number 3, it is versatile. You can use it anytime. It's a signature scent worthy. Wear it to the office, wear it on a date, wear it anytime you want. Versatile fragrance. If you want a small collection, this is a good one for you. Now on to con. Con number 1, the price right now is still too expensive. Even if you find it on some website, it's going to be a little bit over $100, which is still a little bit too much. Wait for the price to come down or wait for it to be released in the US for you to find that. This is kind of like a half con, I guess. It's not really a full con because I can't really say too much about it. I really can't because it's not released yet. I don't know the actual price of this. So it's kind of like a half con. So, you know, con number 1, the price is still a little bit too expensive. Alright guys, that's it for this review of Prada L'Homme Absolu. There's no girls here today to give the rating. Unfortunately, all of them are really busy. It's Christmas time, so I gave them a day off. But yeah, Prada L'Homme Absolu, really good fragrance. I'm gonna give this fragrance a score of 4 out of 5 so far. The price is not out yet. I can't give it any more than that. But 4 out of 5 for Prada L'Homme Absolu. If you like cardamom, you will like this fragrance. If you like the original L'Homme, you probably will like this fragrance as well. It's just a really nice fragrance overall. I personally really enjoyed, and I think it's one of the best releases of 2018. Absolutely in the top 10 or maybe even a top 5. So yeah, Prada L'Homme Absolu, again, great fragrance. And yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Peace and bye.